I guess it's like kind of time of the month and stuff like that, just leading up to that.
Yeah.
Just I'm always like extra, I
Mm-hmm.
don't know, I just crave sugar and carbs and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I think then, I didn't sleep very well last night, so today I was just like,
Mm-hmm.
it makes me hungry as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's okay. Push through.
All part of it, eh?
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. And what are some wins of the last 7 days?
Some wins would be I have pushed through and stuck to it. Like I haven't gone over my sort of daily calories.
Mm-hmm.
My weight's gone down some more.
Mm-hmm.
Couldn't resist weighing
Yeah.
weighing more than once a week. I actually feel like, I mean, it's not necessarily visible, but I feel like my clothes are a wee bit looser, so I actually feel like I'm making progress.
Cool.
Yeah.
Awesome. Those are some good wins.
Yeah.
Very good. Very good. Christine
Yeah.
is on mute, I think. She's going to come off. No. No. Oh, okay. Any other ones? Learnings?
Learnings, I think after my chat with Kimberly on Wednesday,
Yeah.
I don't know why, it kind of made me realize that, like, okay, say for example I'm having some cherries or something.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know why this didn't really register in my mind before, but it's like I don't actually have to have a full portion at a time. Like I can just have a few and then have a few later, like kind of break it up a bit.
Yeah.
And yeah, as I say, I don't know why in my mind before I was like, oh yeah, if I'm having it, I'm gonna have like a full serve. But now I'm like, actually, if I have like a couple before dinner, a couple after dinner,
Yeah.
you
Yeah.
can sort of make it up. So I don't know. That's kind of been learning, I guess.
Cool. That's good. That's actually huge, and like it's all about just retraining the mind and like retraining the habits. You know?
Yeah, exactly. Like not just sort of mindlessly eating it all. Just being like, actually, hang on, would a little bit be just as good as the rest.
100%.
Yeah.
It's cool. It's very cool.
Yeah.
Where's everyone else?
Don't know.
Hi, Danae. Hi.
Yeah.
That's okay. Well, I'll get straight into it, and I wanted to talk about this, and it's about like belief and certainty in ourselves, right? Because with me personally, early on in my journey, I used to get really negative, and it's almost the more negative I got, the more I'll be like attracting it into my life. And I would say, yeah, like I'm positive, like I was like, and I'll kind of reframe my language instead of saying like this sucks, this is shit. I'll say, oh, this is challenging, right? But
Yeah.
in my mind was just like, actually in my mind I was saying this is shit, this sucks and everything. And then the ripple effect, and when challenges came on, I didn't see them as I didn't see them as challenges. I saw them, well, this is a problem, this sucks, I've got the really bad genetics, yada yada yada. This is wrong, this is wrong, this is wrong. And I had very like victim like mindset very early on. But when I actually had that shift and realized that actually the problems is where the results will lie. That's where we actually find the gold, and that's where we actually learn and we actually get better. And because when we actually win, it's nice, but we don't actually gain anything. We don't win anything. We do win, but the thing is that we actually win more when we had the challenges and the setbacks, because it's all setbacks are is just feedback that this is going wrong. For example, you didn't drop weight this week, let's say, for example, okay? And the only feedback is that your calories are mixed up, or you maybe didn't exercise enough, and at least you have the data now to tell you to change. And if we actually, instead of getting emotional about it, and we actually looked at it with logic, then we'd actually win a lot more. And like with me personally, I don't know anyone as much as me that has has failed. Like, I don't know if maybe last call I told you guys, but I was expelled from like 2 high school. I failed my PT exam over 6 times. It took me 3 years to get my first client. But when I realized, and at first I was very discouraged, but then after a while, when I realized, and like I've had different mentors in the past, and realizing that this is all learning, and if I keep on going, eventually I would get there. And I noticed slowly by slowly I would get better and better. And yeah, and then now looking back at my growth, because I didn't give up, and I saw it all as learnings, the transition between the two is like night and day. And it's all about just not giving up. And even with some of my friends that I started PT course with, at first they got really good. They finished the course a lot faster than I did. But when it came later on, when challenges arise in their career, they just threw their toys and gave up. And then I was able, even though at the start it took me a lot longer, I was able to leapfrog them. And it's like with your weight loss journey, if you can figure it out now, if you can go through the pain and the suffering, you go through pain for a year or two, but for the rest of your life, it's going to be way better off. But let's say, for example, if you've had weight loss problems your whole life, and I'll try. Oh, that's fine, Christine. All good. But if you're going through these challenges your whole life and you actually figure it out as like a system that works for you, but then your friend who turns 35, her metabolism slows down, she's been eating pizza her whole life, then she won't know what to do. But since you've had the challenges and you had to learn, you had to go through the hardship, then you can appreciate it a lot more, and you already have the tools already, which is really cool. And then I've noticed that like fitness, if you can fix the fitness in your life, it's very similar to all the other disciplines in life. So like I've noticed like in business and relationships, everything like that, it all transcends into each other. So if we can sort this out, like I talked about the wheel of life, I think I talked about it last time. So the wheel of life is like you have 7 different things in your life. So I'll just write it down quickly. So we have fitness and health, right? We have relationships, right? We have family, right? And we have job, and then we have hobbies, right? Then we have beliefs, or spirituality, whatever it may be, and fitness and health, and we'll go physical as well, like your actual appearance, right? So we have these 7 things, right? And what you want to do is you rate them out of 10, right? Each of these things. Did we do this last time, Georgia?
No.
Okay. So if you could, does everyone have a pen and a paper?
I can find one.
Even do the Alright, sweet as. So what I want you to do is your fitness and health, rate that out of 10. Your relationship with your partner, rate it out of 10. Family, rate it out of 10. Job, rated out of 10. Hobbies, rated out of 10. Beliefs and spirituality. If you, like with me, like personally, I don't have a religion, but I believe in like the universe or just a higher power. That's me personally. But if you don't want to do that one, that's fine. And physical. So just rating that out of 10 as well. And just let me know when you're done. Let's go on. Cool. Cool. So, yeah. So I'll go first. So for my fitness and health, I said a 6 out of 10. For that one, I said for my relationship, 10 out of 10. For family, I said 5 out of 10. And then job, 10 out of 10. Hobbies, 7 out of 10. Beliefs and spirituality, 8 out of 10. And physical, 6 out of 10. So for me, what I would recommend if I was talking to myself is trying to improve family and spend more time with my family, or whatever the challenge is, right? So what was yours, Georgia?
So family, I put 9. Fitness and health, 6. Relationship, 9.5. Job, 7. Hobbies, 7.
Yeah.
Physical, probably 7. And I didn't really do beliefs or spirituality because I just don't want to do that one really.
Yeah. Good. So was your lowest health?
Fitness health.
Fitness health. Okay. Cool.
Yeah.
So obviously that's the one you need to work on, right?
Yep.
Which is cool. Awesome. That's what you're doing here, which is awesome. So that's perfect. And Christine said fitness 6, relationship 7, beliefs 8, and physical 6. Oh, well, Christine, we got the same for our fitness and our physical. So that's pretty cool. So the ones you've done, Christine, that's the ones you have to, that you'd want to work on. And if you work on the one that you're worst at, naturally all the others go up too, because how you do one thing is how you do all, which is really cool. And another thing that I want, like going back to like just being about like the positivity things, even if you look at like sports stars, right? So if you look at Conor McGregor and Muhammad Ali, right? So Conor McGregor and Muhammad Ali is known to be the best UFC fighter and the best boxer of all time. But the thing is, they're actually not. They're one of the best, but they're actually not the best. And there's actually, like Ali, for example, probably the most famous athlete of all time. He probably lost like six times, twice to the same person. But he's still, because he had that belief and confidence and that aura, and also the things that he did in the background. But the reason why he became such a big sensation was his confidence, the aura, the positivity, the belief that he had in himself. Like, be before you are and you'll become, believe in yourself. And the best way to do that is reinforcing positive language. And the thing that I've noticed time and time again with people on a weight loss journey, especially ladies on a weight loss journey, they're very critical of themselves, and they're very fast to put themselves down, and they're very fast to get themselves in a negative headspace. So it's really important to be as positive as possible. And like there's nothing good that becomes of being negative. And that was one of or not even negative, but beating yourselves up, because that's what I did a lot until very recently. I was my own biggest critic. But the whole thing about this is self-love, and we have to, love ourselves and not get so frustrated. It's great that we care. We're getting frustrated, and when we start to put ourselves down, things start to unwind very, very quickly. And with a weight loss journey, we kind of have to be on our toes, because it's very hard to get momentum, but it's very easy to go backwards too. So we have to make sure we keep on going forward. And early on, like a plane, it takes a lot of time to take off, right? It takes a lot of time to take off, but once we do take off, eventually, we're going to be cruising. But the early stages, it's important to stay positive, keep going, and celebrate the wins. That's why when we're always together or on the chat and stuff, I'm like, what are the wins? What are the wins? What are the wins? Keep as positive as possible, right? And just remember, the more disciplined you are with your habits and rituals, the easier this will become, and then things will be more on autopilot as well, right? The famous saying is discipline equals freedom, right? And if we can keep on going even through the hard times, that's when we're gonna win. Yeah. Too many coffees today, I think. Can't even talk. But and another thing that I've noticed, like, it's really important to win the day. So making habits and rituals and having a way to start the way properly, because usually traditionally with us people, we wake up and we're just like go 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 go, get to work, wake up, go, and then we don't make any time for ourselves, and it's such a horrible way to start the day. Well, with me, what I do as soon as I wake up, on Facebook, check what everybody's doing, and what I notice inside my own life, what I was doing subconsciously, is that I was more interested in what other people were doing than my own self. And if people ask me, I'm like, oh no, I'm not one of those social media people. I wouldn't do that. Like, I don't compare myself to other people. But then I'll wake up, first thing I'll do, check my phone. What's everyone up to? um, and instead of doing things for myself. So what I started doing was I started doing a morning routine, waking up earlier by I think it was only 30 minutes, but going down to the beach. I live close to the beach. Take my dog and just reflect, journal, and see how everything's going. And by doing that, I was able to accelerate more. So instead of just, and it was able for me to declutter my mind, so I can actually think about what's more important and what do I have to do today and what's going to make me go faster. Because if we don't declutter and if we don't make time for ourselves to reflect, see what's going on, or just think and just making time for ourselves, that's why a lot of people meditate. It's just to clear their mind, because if we never clear our mind, we won't be able, thanks Christine, to think straight. So that's what's really important, because just imagine you've got all this fog in your brain, right? And if you never declutter it, it's just going to be more and more and more and more and more and fog, and that's when you get anxious, anxiety kicks in, and then it becomes a vicious cycle. And so very important morning routines. Some of the homework that I want to do, you can even do it now. I want you to write down one thing you can do for a morning routine. Cool? One thing you can do. And it can be big or small. It can be affirmations. You can say 3 things, I am statements. Like my big I am statements was, I am an athlete, I am good enough, and I am incredible. That's what I used to say when I was trying to boost my confidence. So that could be one. Or another morning ritual that I used to do was cold showers, but that one's gnarly. What else? A lemon drink. I used to have a lemon drink for 3 months every morning. But yeah, and it's just about starting the day on the right foot. Or famous ones like, as soon as you wake up, make the bed, stuff like that. So, Georgia, do you want to add into your morning ritual?
I think does this kind of count sort of, so at the moment, especially on the days that I'm in the office, because I do 2 days in the office, 2 days from home, I'm always like eating my breakfast while I get dressed, while I put on my makeup, whatever I'm doing.
Yeah.
I kind of want to start maybe getting up 15 minutes earlier, taking that time to eat my breakfast and sort of just have some me time and actually consciously think about the day and think about stuff rather than just a mad rush to get out the door.
Yeah, no, that's good. That's a great idea.
Separating out my activities a bit.
Yeah. No, that's a good idea. And you can actually enjoy it, do things for you, which is good. And it's a great start. And then even later on, if you want to add more to it, you can. But yeah. And it's funny, by just waking up that 15 minutes earlier, you would feel a lot better, because I used to think the more sleep that I would get, the better it would be. But actually waking up earlier, maybe having 7.5 hours instead of 8 hours, but fitting in a little bit more into my day for myself, I felt a lot better and a lot more clear-minded. And when I don't do my morning routines, I can notice it. Like, yeah. So really, really important. But that's very good. Oh yeah, great. Get up the same time every day, early, hard, because I'm retired. But yeah, the same time every day is a very good habit to have. So that's awesome, Christine. Um, yeah, because that puts the habits in the structure. Because us as people, we're creatures of habit. So the more habits and rituals we can put in, the better we are. Like a lot of people just feel like, I don't want to be a robot, but habits will get us there. And another thing that I want to touch on is that I've noticed in groups and stuff, and because we're a group, we talk a lot, but what can happen sometimes is people start comparing themselves, right? Like for example, like let's say Sally. We don't have a Sally part of our program, but Sally's lost 1 kilo, right? She's lost 1 kilo, and then there's Samantha, for example, who's lost 3 kilos. And then Sally's like, oh, why didn't I lose that much weight? And oh, like, you're killing it and I'm not. But comparison is the thief of joy. And, we're all on our own journey. We're all on our own run. And this is a marathon, and we have to run our own marathon. So we have to really be careful about comparing each other. I don't think it's happened in the 28-day challenge, but I just want to touch on that because it does happen, and that can really hurt people. And just remember, the small ones are the best ones. And even if you're losing 100 grams a week, when that'll add up in the end of a year, 100 grams a week, that's what, 5.2 kilos. But if you keep on doing that, consistently, after 2 years that'll be 10, and then you'll be better off. And it's a lot better off than losing 5 kilos in a year is a lot better than putting on 5 kilos in a year. So any progress is still progress, and you're winning. Yeah. So yeah. Really, really don't compare. And as well, like every human being has something incredible about them, right? There's only been one John Giamatti, there's only been one Georgia, and there's only been one Christine ever in the history, right? Maybe a million years ago there could have been another John Giamatti, but it wasn't like me. We're all unique and different, and it's really important to remember that. One of my favorite quotes is like a Mother Teresa quote. It's like, a drop in the ocean might not be much to the ocean, but the ocean will never be the same again. I really like that saying. So yeah, and one more thing that I wanted to touch on is that like of coaching ladies for over 10 years, that to remember that investing in yourself is the best thing you can do, right? Like, how can you ever love someone else if you can't truly love yourself and take care of yourself? And the more you invest in yourself, the more better you'll be, so the more you can give to others. So not investing in yourself actually then becomes selfish, because you can't be the best you can be for the people that you love. Does that all make sense?
Yeah.
Cool. Cool. Awesome. Sweet. Well, it was a short one today, but Christine, thank you, Christine. But thank you for all attending. I really appreciate it. We'll be back on Monday. So very, very cool. Any questions?
Not for me. No.
Christine, any questions? You want to type? No. I love the chat, Christine. I love it. So, cool. Remember to do you two already did your homework, but if you're watching the replay, remember to do the homework, and we'll be back again. Let's keep it going strong. Week 3, let's go. Let's keep pumping it out and getting these incredible results.
Yeah.
Sweet.
Sounds great.
All right. See you, team.
Bye.
Bye. All good, Christine. Bye. Have a good night, guys.